Warriors, a veteran team. Frankly, though, one of the older teams in the NBA.
Absolutely, Kevin. And there were a lot of questions about if their window might be passed or closing. I think the way they played in May answered all of those questions, though. They still are a championship caliber team and can turn it on when they need to.
And let's go to Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have for us?
Yeah, the Celtics are certainly not the fastest-paced team in the NBA, but in point guard Rajon Rondo, they have a one-man fast break. Paul Pierce said, we get the ball to him as much as possible when we get stops because he can create havoc. He's one of the fastest point guards in the league. He can also finish, and that's exactly what we need. Kevin?
Yeah, a lot of jump shooting on that team. It gives them that threat to get to the rim. Thanks, Doris. You mentioned turning it on. You wonder, though, if they're going to try to turn it on at some point and it won't happen.
Well, you know what? Maybe at some point that will be the case, but until that is the case, you've got to consider them as a title contender each year, especially if they're healthy.
And here is Williams, following the three from Ray Allen. And that one's good. Parker.
Excellent anticipation there, Kev. He placed that pass perfectly.
Pierce for three. Shot misses. And Cleveland will take it the other way. Under 4 minutes left in the first quarter. One thing about Paul Pierce, he's still a steadying presence. You hear him getting interviewed. He's a very charismatic player, too.
Yeah, he is. He's very even-keeled. He's a terrific leader. And he's got a good sense of humor as well.
Oh, Pierce for three! Here's Williams. Garnett against Jameson. Jameson made the move off the Wizards last year, part of their rebuilding process.
And Kevin, it ended up being good for him. He got to go to the playoffs with the Cavs, and even though it didn't work out for him, you always like to see someone like Antoine in the postseason.
Joey Graham, he's checked in for Jamario Moon. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Rondo. Left side Rondo. In space down. Rondo! Here's Williams. 2:56 left in the first. Now Varejao. Perkins on him. Baseline jumper. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And Clark with Jameson and his move to Cleveland. It did take a while for him to adjust, and his numbers certainly took a dip.
He was the number one option with Gilbert Arenas out for the Wizards, so he was asked to score a lot. With Cleveland, it's an adjustment for a guy like Jameson.
Now let's go over to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Byron Scott.
When I asked him what they're looking to do on the offensive end, he said, well, I'll tell you what we can't afford to do. We can't let their shot blockers dictate the outcome because they're always a danger with these guys. Ball movement, he said, is going to be a huge key for them as the game progresses, guys.
Thanks, Doris. It sounds like there's some things in that defense they want to take advantage of.
I think it's all about making sure you get the most out of your 24 seconds every time down the court.
Boston making some changes. Wafers checked in, and Nate Robinson subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Here's Graham. Williams for three. Good. Williams has got his first 3 points of the game.
Kevin, you can't rest or blink at all on him. He's a dangerous scorer. You have to know where he is at all times.
Now Graham, following Nate Robinson's 3-point attempt.
That's a nice finish in transition, partner. That's exactly how you run the break.
Celtics leading by 4. From deep. Good.
The fast break left the defense scrambling to react, and they couldn't get to him in time.
Here's Williams. 1:24 left in the first quarter. Pass to Jameson. Shot is off. And the Celtics go with it the other way. Here's Allen. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assists. Allen's got 8. Here's Williams. Robinson picks him up. Here's Jameson. Another miss by Jameson.
When you settle for that kind of shot, that's a wasted possession. That is not a high percentage look.
The Cavaliers trail by 9. Parker dishes to Williams. Defended by Allen. Williams kicks to Parker. Takes a 3. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
That's playing with fire there. They lucked out this time. But that shot is usually 3 points when you leave him that wide open.
Williams against Robinson. Here's Allen. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. 10 points for him.
He's really doing a nice job leading his team and setting a terrific pace this quarter. He's been absolutely dominant.
Williams for 3.
That should be illegal, Kevin. That's a fantastic effort, Kevin. I mean, really, offensive rebounds are so important to helping your team win.
Clark, just look at how he used his strength to get back up and finish.
Yeah, I love it. Love it. They've been unstoppable. What a strong start.
So the first quarter is over. We've got a double-digit lead. Celtics out in front, up by 12.
Well, they've been getting out on the break and finding easy buckets. You got to give them credit. They've been working their tails off.
The NBA here on 2K Sports. And as the second quarter begins, it hasn't been the most competitive game so far. And here's Rondo, a 12-point game. You know, Clark, you got to play great basketball in your own conference, and for the Celtics, well, they came away with 33 wins against the East last season.
Well, that's about what you'd expect from them, Kevin, given their talent and experience. I mean, anything less than 30 wins in that conference with their roster, you'd have to be disappointed in that.
On the court for Cleveland, Bo Williams and Ramon Sessions pairing up in the backcourt. Shea James and Anderson Varejao up front. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, thank you. Well, a painful finals loss for this Celtics team last season. 2 chances to finish off the Lakers. They were ahead in Game 7 for 3.5 quarters, but couldn't get the job done. Now, with an aging roster, the question becomes whether the Celtics have what it takes to make another run. Guys, we'll see what this season holds for them.
Well, I wouldn't count them out just yet, Doris. Thank you. Well, I remember they were scrutinized a bit last year in the regular season, the Celtics. But it sure came together in the playoffs for them.
Absolutely, Kevin, but that's what you expect from veteran teams. I mean, that's what they do. They know when they need to turn it on and turn it up. And a team like the Celtics can flip that switch when needed. Well, Kevin, they need to crash the boards effectively here.
Here's Hickson, picked up by Davis. Pass to Williams. Fires top of the key. And Cleveland again with the bucket. And here's Rondo. Outside Rondo. Here's O'Neal. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. O'Neal's got his first points of the game. Thinking about Rajon Rondo in this one. He signed an extension with the Celtics prior to last season, but Clark, there have been rumors prior to that they may have been looking to trade him.
Yeah, you know what? Interesting, because the general manager publicly picked at his flaws. Doc Rivers didn't know if he could coach him and actually dismiss some of his defensive praise, but they found smooth ground since that point.
There's some tension behind the scenes.
There's clearly some friction.
And the Cavaliers call time here. Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Moon. Off the inbound. The rebound by Pierce.
He really needs to hit that consistently, or they'll just keep letting him shoot it.
Tipped. And here are the Cavaliers. They trail by 11. Sessions with it. Holland backs him down. And another miss by Cleveland.
Smart D forced him into taking that mid-range jump shot, and as you might expect, he wasn't able to knock it down.
Here's Sessions. 2:36 left in the half. Moon with it. From 20 feet out. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
You got to expect more out of him here. He's had a lot of difficulty this quarter, which in turn is making it difficult for them to cut into this deficit at all.
Well, Cleveland breezed through the Bulls, but they just ran into a buzzsaw last May, Clark, when they had to deal with the Celtics and all the pride. I mean, they always talk about Celtic pride. It was on display in that series.
It certainly was, Kevin, and you can never underestimate that. The fact that those core guys had won a championship, they were healthy, they felt good, and they were confident going into that matchup against Cleveland. They felt like they had what it would take to be able to push past the Cavaliers.
Hickson in the posts. Pierce covering. Hickson with the bucket.
A good pass, Kevin, is a combination of timing and accuracy. That was excellent. He was in mid-shot, but dished it off when he saw the open man.
Weaver for three. The putback is no good. Now Sessions. Robinson picks him up. The baseline J. Here's Parker. The shot's good. Sessions making him pay. Parker's got 6 points. 1:16 left in the second. For three, Pierce. That's good.
I tell you what, he'll be quite contented to sit out there beyond the arc and knock down shot after shot if they're going to play defense like that. Tighten it up out there.
So both teams changing it up here.
Now, are your Celtics dancers? All right, let's get it going for your Celtics dancers.
Here's Graham. Leads him with the pass.
Good defensive footwork shut down his path to the basket.
And the turnover by Boston. The Celtics on offense. They're on a 14-6 run. Rondo. The three won't fall.
Well, they left him open to try to sucker him into taking that shot, and it worked out.
Garnett gets called for blocking. That's his first foul.
Tried to beat his man to the spot, but I think he got there a tad late. Good call by the official.
Here's Moon. Off the inbound.
You know, the defense has really stepped up here to start this game. I like that. They came out ready to take care of business at that end of the floor. Solid defensive work across the board. So far, he just can't get one to go from the field. It's just been one of those kind of games. You have to block this guy out, Kevin. He's just too active on the boards to be left alone.
Here's Rondo. Nails it from close range. Rondo's got 5 now.
Speed kills after every rebound or bucket. They're pushing it ahead down the floor. They're killing them on the break.
Now Sessions. Back to Jamison. From downtown. The shot's good. Sessions making him pay. He has 7.
Playing much more conservatively here. I look for them to open it up a bit, to be a little more free-flowing and aggressive.
And the first half is now in the books.
Some good numbers for Ray Allen. 16 points, and those 4 3-pointers he's hit have helped him too. Not missing much. In fact, hitting just about everything he's taken.
Back here in just a moment here in Boston.